Good evening, everyone. Rob Lukey with our Capital Group. Wanted to take a quick second. I hope everybody had a great week and have a great weekend. You can always go to past performance. And remember, if you don't have an account to follow the properties that we're buying and selling, you can go to past performance and then put in uppercase OCG as the username, lowercase welcome. If you do have an account with us, you'll log on and you'll come to your dashboard. And obviously, we've went over how you can search for available properties. Remember, you can always put in a passive bid. If you, for example, don't have the time to search for properties and you simply want to buy properties that OCG is going to be purchasing, you can go ahead and say place a passive bid. And what you'll do is you'll just say, for example, invest $100,000, and you could say at OCG's discretion, or let's say you wanted to buy two properties at least, two properties, and you could either pick the counties that you wanted to be in California or Washington, or you could just simply say at OCG's discretion, and then it would be at ours, and you could choose the exposure, or you can say at OCG's discretion. Choosing the exposure, what it basically says is that, hey, I want to have at least a 20% exposure in any one property with a maximum exposure of 50%. You agree to the selling terms, you place the order, and then what happens is you'll go into a queue. And that queue, you'll basically go into order. It's just like the stock market where you're filled on a first in, first filled basis. So whoever is in has their order in first obviously will be filled for the next person, and so on down the line. Once you have your order in, you can cancel your order, but you can't change it. And the reason being is so that obviously if I wanted to change this order, I can cancel it, but I don't want to be able to fill, let's say I fill on one property, half the order is filled, and I want to put more money in, it's going to make me go into the back of the line to submit a new order, or I can wait for this order to be filled and put in an additional order. So when you come to it, it'll have your orders that are open. If you've enabled passive bidding, it'll tell you. It'll see your other open orders. If, for example, you're searching for properties yourself and you're finding those properties that you're interested in bidding in, look at your watch list. And obviously your current holdings. If you click on the current holdings section, what will happen is that it'll show basically the percentage of whatever the properties that you're currently holding. These happen to be my percentages of the properties that we're holding at this point. And then what will happen is that you can obviously view those particular properties and see what is going on with them. So for example, you'll see that spoke to previous owner and we'll be working out a move out agreement, that this was 6/13/12 started the eviction process. So all these things are available to you. We just bought, for example, this property in Donovan, and we did the rehab and now have it, we're going to list. So rehab, paint, carpet listing this weekend. So you can get those that information from the site when you log in and you're looking at your properties if you wanted to get an idea of what is going on and getting some updates on them. Other than that, everything's going pretty good. Auburn, as we know, we've bought and sold. That's been not bought and sold. It's been sold 3 times and has been really taking a while to get that sold. This particular property is closing at the end of this week. At the end of next week, excuse me. We just bought this property. Haven't taken possession. Took possessions, and then we obviously have Timberwood that we took possession and now is we're waiting for it to sell. So anyhow, I hope everybody has a great day. Again, you can also go back to, if you return to Maine, you can also look at your closed P&L and see the properties that were purchased and bought and sold. These happen to be properties when we launched the software in August of 2011, when we started actually keeping track inside the software. So you can take a look at those as well. You'll see your closed P&L. You can go back and look at what exactly the expenses were, what exactly the profit was, and you can view obviously your research on the property and so forth on your old positions that you're in as well. Okay, well, I hope everybody has a great day or a great weekend, and we'll talk to you later.